Hi, and welcome to the University of Nottingham, Malaysia's virtual tour. Established in the year 2000, our campus is home to more than 4,000 students from 74 countries.
Our stunning campus has been named as one of Malaysia's top 10 most beautiful campuses by Asian Tatler.
I'm Eleanor.
And my name is Isaac.
And today, we're here to show you a few of the university's key facilities that you'll be able to explore on this tour. Oh, but before that...
This is our Future Student Centre, where prospective students can come and find out more information about studying at Malaysia's #1 UK university.
Now let's go to where you spend most of your time. This is where the magic happens for many of my media and communication friends. From podcasts to documentary filming, their creative juices go wild here. Oh, and fun fact, our master students learn from the best at the CNN Academy in Abu Dhabi through exclusive masterclasses integrated into one of our modules.
Our mechanical lab is one of UNM's most impressive labs. Gear up and dive into a world of possibilities with our cutting-edge tech and transform your engineering dreams into a reality.
If you're into fitness, our sports complex will be your haven. Looking to cool off? Our pool is the perfect place to take a dip. Our sports complex offers a variety of facilities for different athletic profiles. Last but not least, welcome to our home away from home. From shared morning coffee routines to campfire nights and hall cap secrets, staying on campus means that you're only a short walk away from all the action.
Every corner tells a story here at the University of Nottingham, Malaysia, and we can't wait to welcome you.
Would you like to learn more? Visit our Future Student Centre on campus or in Petaling Jaya to do so.
Find your place in the world here.
All right, thank you so much, Teacher Cheng. Welcome everyone. Welcome to our SPM Countdown webinar 2024-2025 SPM. And special thanks to University of Nottingham and Help University. My name is Zhao Xiang, and I will be your MC and coordinator today. And we are from CourseMap.my. Yeah, so we are the organizers of today's webinar. So before we begin, here's just a very short introduction of what is CourseMap.my and how we can help you in the future. So here is a video.
A warm welcome to all students. I am Jay from CourseMap.my, the organizer of today's event. Over the years, our brand has expanded to be all around you. So you have probably met us at your school, public education fair, Instagram, or on the web. CourseMap.my has also become a trusted higher education website with a Google rating of 4.9 out of 5. We welcome every student to visit CourseMap.my to search for courses, universities, but dear achievers, if you want your future studies to be filled with many advantages, then you should still meet our advisors who made CourseMap a big success. They will guide you following these 3 steps. Step 1, course guidance. Our advisors will guide you through hundreds of these graphical tools, so you could discover your strengths and be familiar with many types of courses available in the market. At the end of this step, you will find a course that you are able to do well and be passionate in it. Second step, uni compare. Our advisors have access to all this key information of 70 universities locally and 300 universities from 11 countries. So, of the many university options out there, our advisors will find you the right university to transform you into a highly demanded professional in the industry. Step 3, scholarship. When our advisors process application, our system will match 10 types of scholarships for you. Just send us all certificates and assessments that you have. Our advisors will make sure that you get the highest amount of scholarship and the highest savings throughout your studies. After successful enrollment, our advisors will continue to serve you and offer privileges such as PDPTN application, internship and part-time job arrangement, advice on degree transfer, visa processing, and pre-departure arrangement. That's the end of the introduction about CourseMap.my. Once again, a shout out to dear achievers. Zoom with our advisors to fill your future studies with these advantages. Number 1, study with strong passion. Number 2, to be highly demanded in your career. In Mandarin, we call it 吃香. And number 3, study in the most affordable way. All our services are free. Just scan the QR code in our flyer to schedule for a Zoom session. Yeah. For more info, visit CourseMap.my. Enjoy the rest of the event. Bye-bye.
All right, thank you so much, Jai. So, dear students, if you are interested to know more about our CourseMap services, you can go on this website here, CourseMap.my, to know more about our services. So, without further ado, I would like to do a quick intro for our speaker today. Today, for our physics workshop, we have invited teacher Mr. Cheng. He studied Bachelor of Engineering in Sheffield Hallam University, England. He is also a tutor for IGCSE Maths and Physics from A levels to STPM. And he is also the author of more than 50 reference books and workbooks of maths, mathematics, and physics. So without further ado, let us welcome Mr. Cheng to share about his physics sharing today. Let's welcome Mr. Cheng.
Thank you, Zhijiang. So good morning, everyone. So I think right now, hi morning. So I think right now most of you are really quite settled down because you already finished your first 5 subjects in SPM, right? So I think mode-wise, all of you are quite settled down, and then of course, you should be preparing for MATs first. Yeah, MATs first. And then after that, physics. But right now, both. Okay, both. So today, right, I'd like to share with you within these 2 hours. To be frank, we don't have 2 hours, honestly. So not much of questions answering technique right now. I'll pick a few questions to discuss with you regarding the past year papers as well. But the most important thing that I'd like to share with all of you this morning is, number one, the analysis. What's coming up for Wednesday's paper 1 and paper 2. Okay, now I'm sure you've already seen this. Okay, I'll just share screen with you right now because honestly speaking, this is the first time I'm using Google Map after such a long time. Okay, now but I believe all of you have seen this. Okay, now the table of analysis, they are based on the past 22 years. Okay, why do I say 22 years? Because actually starting from 2003 all the way until 2020, these are old syllabus. Okay, now old syllabus, right, is literally, okay, old syllabus is literally just nothing. Okay, nothing important. Old syllabus. Okay, nothing. But because the thing is that you have to focus on what's important this year, isn't it? Okay, what's important this year? The most important thing, right? Of course, the thing is that if you look at this, it's just a reference. You can have a quick look. Actually, all these are all topics, but some of them are being retained. Okay, some of them are being retained, as you can see, being retained several topics. And you also have new topics as well. Okay, so 2003 to 2020 serves as just a reference. Okay, what is important is this year. What is important is this year. Okay, now please have a look at page 2. If you have this right, the page 2. Okay, first of all, according to page 2, we have year 2021 all the way to 2024. Okay, now please mind me, all of the notes that are put in here, right? They are 80%. They are 80% complete. 80% complete. Okay, why? Because the other 20% is here. And I'd like to share with those of you, now all of you are so hardworking, you know, you woke up earlier today just to join in this webinar, okay? So I believe the 20% I'll have to share with, I will share with the 70 of you here, the 70 of you here who are hardworking, you know, you wake up early in the morning today just to attend this webinar to get the rest of them as well, okay? Well, if you look at chapter 1 first, okay, chapter 1 first, Form 4, measurement. I don't think they actually want to ask you paper 2 this year. Now, if you go through this 4 years, right? Sorry, the first 3 years, and also this year's analysis, then you understand why am I putting all this analysis according to topics, according to the number of questions that you're going to see after this. Okay. So first of all, you see every year they ask 4 paper 2A, 4 structured questions in Form 4. So as you can see, 2021, chapter 3, 4, 5, 6. 2022, chapter 1, 3, 5, 6. 4 questions. Last year, chapter 3, 4, 5, 6. Also 4 structured questions for Form 4. Okay. So this year, same thing as well. Okay. But this year, the interesting discussion is on chapter 5 and chapter 6. Okay, let me go through stage by stage, topic by topic. Okay, first one. This measurement, right? This measurement, just one objective question. Okay, now I don't just want you to know that, oh, there's only one objective, one multiple choice question. I would like you to know as well what they're going to ask you. Okay, have a quick look at this analysis and breakdown if you have. Okay, if you have downloaded this. Now, what kind of questions do they ask you? Choosing base and derived quantities. Okay, choosing base and derived quantities. Oh, by the way, before I continue, right? Before I continue, can I just double check? Any one of you doing physics in BM? Any one of you? Can I just move back to my screen first? I just made it. May I know how many of you are doing physics in BM? Simply show. No. So all of you are doing it in English, is it? Those of you doing classification, you can just raise English. All right. Okay, English. Okay. I think I see some of you from DJ, Damansara Jaya, because the last seminar that I had with you guys back in November, DJ, right? I think I saw some of your names from SMK DJ. If I did not remember your name wrongly, SMK Damansara Jaya. I went to your school in November. Yes. Okay. So please allow me to continue in English. In case some of you are doing Bahasa Malaysia, no worries. I can tell you in Bahasa Malaysia because my analysis are in bilingual, Bahasa Malaysia and also English anyway. Okay. So just in case, right? Just in case. All right. Okay. Next, please. So if you're back on this analysis, okay, please have a quick look. This year, paper 1, kata 1 is based on choosing base and derived quantities, not scalar and vector, because scalar and vector they have tested last year, so not to worry about it. Okay, scientific investigations under paper 3, you have already completed paper 3, so please don't worry about paper 3. Okay, please don't worry about paper 3, you have already done. Okay, chapter 2. Okay, let's have a quick look at this table. Chapter 2, 4 objectives, 4 multiple choice questions, 1 structured question, because last year they really tested in essay. Last year essay, so you are quite safe. You escaped from the essay question. Last year, the chapter 2 essay was about momentum and impulsive force. Well, if you say it's very difficult, it's not very, very difficult. Okay, but this year, structured question will be easier for you as well. Okay, so if you have a look at what they ask you for the 4 objective questions, multiple choice questions, here. 4 linear equations. Remember the 4 linear equations? They give you on page 2. Okay, page 2. So they give you on page 2, where you can actually see them, the formulae, all 4 formulae, and use the correct one according to the information that they give you. Let's say for example, if they give you V is equals to, V, they give you V, let's say you're using V equals to U squared, V squared equals to U squared plus 2AS, for example. Okay, just a minute, let me try to see if I can write something here. Oops. So sorry, guys. I'm taking a bit of time here because I haven't used this for quite some time. I'm usually on Zoom. Just thanks. Okay. V squared. Well, for example, V equals to U plus AT, for example. Okay. So some questions, they give you V, they give you U, they give you A. Then they ask you to calculate T. So you know that you have to choose the right formula to solve for T. Okay. So this is the example that they're going to ask you for this 4 linear equations. Okay. Well, for motion graphs, right? Second objective question about this motion graph. Okay. The motion graph, right? Actually, the main thing is you have to know how to change, how to convert from velocity time graph to acceleration time graph, or the other way around. They give you acceleration time graph, you convert back to velocity time graph. Okay. Now, anyway, if you want to know how to convert them, right? Sorry, this is my own file. You can just have a quick look here. Okay. So this kind of questions, right? You have to depend on this You see these three concepts, right? These three concepts, okay? These three concepts is where you use it to convert between velocity time graph to acceleration time graph. Or the other way around, acceleration time graph, convert back to velocity time graph. Okay, so these three concepts, pretty important. Okay, that's the second objective question that you expect to see. Inertia, relationship between mass and inertia. So higher mass, greater inertia. This one also paper one. Momentum, no, because last year they have asked a lot about momentum. So this year, no, we're not looking at momentum. Impulsive force, impulsive force. Last year, a lot in essay. So I'm skipping all of that, okay? But this year, free fall. Free fall, one objective, one structured paper two. Watch out, which means this one here. Okay, this one here. So 4 objective questions, right? One of them, the last part, free fall, and also paper 2 structured. Just watch out for this. Okay, just watch out for this here. All right. Okay. Of course, after that, right? Okay. After that, let's move on a bit towards chapter 3, gravitation. You know the biggest problem with gravitation? What's the biggest problem with gravitation? Any ideas with gravitation? I mean, most of you actually have problems with gravitation, right? You know why? You know why gravitation is your problem? Because number one, I believe all of you dislike the formulae. Yeah, I know. The formulae. So what are the formulae given here? You see, I'll show you my short notes again. These are all my short notes. Number one, gravitational force, which they give you on page 2. Gravitational acceleration, page 2 as well, they give you. But they don't give you this, okay, this particular part. Here, they don't give you this. Okay. They also don't give you this. They don't. Okay. So they only give you this particular part, this one. This is given. Yes, this is given. But there are 3 situations of an object. Underground, on the surface, flying above the Earth's surface. So all 3 situations have different G's, okay? Different gravitational acceleration. So guys, second formula given for sure. First and last, no. So that's why the first and last, you need to know that. Okay. Okay. So okay, next please. Now, so what else do they ask you? You see, centripetal force given, okay? Centripetal force given, okay? You know this is centripetal acceleration, all right? So given to you, not to worry, all right? Okay, next, of course, the following page, if you move down to the following page, linear speed, they also give you. Mass of the sun or mass of the planet, they also give you. Kepler's law, usually only the 3rd law given to you, okay? Kepler's 3rd law given to you as well. And then orbital speed, which, be careful, sometimes they use this formula for linear speed. Linear speed. Some questions, or I would say most of the questions about linear speed, you have to use this orbital speed formula. Okay, because a lot of people ask, isn't it linear speed? Is this 2 pi r over t? Yes, usually this is the formula that we have to use. But some questions, they give you mass of the planet. So if it's mass of the planet, then you have to use this. Okay, and of course, after that, there's an escape velocity. Do you see the difference between escape velocity and orbital speed? This one is square root of third gm over r. This is with 2 gm over r, 2, extra 2 here. Well, this one, sometimes they give you an SPM, page 2, sometimes they don't. Okay, sometimes they give you and sometimes they don't. Now, there's so many formulae, right? Do they ask everything? Well, literally this year, no. Okay, this year they don't ask you everything. Okay, what do they ask you then? First one, let's have a quick look. 3 objective, 1 structured, right? Okay, first of all, objective questions would be the first one, right? About gravitational acceleration. Yes, most likely these 2. Most likely, sorry, let me highlight these 2. This and also this. Most likely, these 2. Okay, on the surface of Earth and flying above the surface of Earth. They'll ask you, number 1, calculation. Number 2, theory question. Theory. Okay, explanation. Second objective question, centripetal force. They might just ask you for the correct drawing of direction and also linear speed. Okay, well, calculation, they won't be asking a lot. So out of 3 objectives, maybe 1 calculation, the other two, maybe 1 drawing question, choose the correct drawing. Number 3, theory, relationship questions. Okay, so watch out for centripetal force. Okay, next, after that, Kepler's first, second, third will be our main target for paper 2A. You know why? Because honestly speaking, if you look back at 2021, 1 structured question, 2022 structured question as well, 2023 last year structured as well. So to be honest, right, this year it will be structured as well. But you know what? The first 3 years, the first 3 years of SPM new syllabus, they did not ask about Kepler's law at all. No Kepler's law at all. Imagine already 3 years of new syllabus, never tested Kepler's law as well. So this year, right, to be honest, if you ask me, this year, I'm banking hard on Kepler's first, second, third law. All 3 laws will be tested in 1 structured question. Okay, 1 structured question, they will test you all 3. Okay, well, of course, the last one, orbital velocity, can be tested in paper 1 calculation or theory as well. Okay, so no, escape velocity and geostationary, non-geostationary, no, this one tested a lot. Actually, geostationary and non-geostationary satellites, right? For the past 3 years, they have tested every year in paper 1. Paper 2 tested in 2022. So literally, geostationary and non-geostationary, I will have to say this year, let's put a pause first. Let's put a pause. Okay, escape velocity also tested last year, 2 years back, so quite popular for the past couple of years. Okay, so we put a pause to this 2. Let's go for orbital velocity this year, and then paper 2, Kepler's all 3 laws. Okay, which you need to take note. All right. Well, moving on to chapter 4. Okay, chapter 4, right? 3 objectives like last year, 3 multiple choice questions, 1 structured. Okay, now you'll be a bit surprised because usually when it comes to chapter 4, right, your first idea, your major idea, the biggest idea is actually chapter 4.2, specific heat capacity. Okay, let's tell you slowly. 3 objectives, 3 multiple choice questions. Number 1, characteristics of thermal equilibrium. They will have the same temperature when they achieve thermal equilibrium. Or number 2, the rates of heat transfer between the 2 objects will be equal. Number 3, some people also say the net rate of heat transfer is 0 because they have the same rates of heat transfer. Therefore, the difference is 0. The net rate of heat transfer is 0. Okay, just watch out for the characteristics. Number 2, specific heat capacity is the biggest part in chapter 4, as all of you know. Okay, so what are they going to ask you this year? Okay, just watch out for calculation this year in paper 1. Right, calculation. And whenever you see the word, whenever you see heater, please get ready to change Q equals to PT. Okay, just get ready. Q equals to PT. Change it. Okay, can. Right. Okay, next up, of course, after that, specific latent heat, you also need to take note of this definition or even using them to explain heating curves. You know heating curves? You know where the horizontal part of the graph, solid plus liquid, specific latent heat of fusion. Okay, and then the next part, specific latent heat of vaporization. Okay, they start to ask you things like what? How come the solid absorbs heat, but when it melts, okay, when solid becomes liquid, how come it remains the same temperature even though it absorbs heat? So number 1, the kinetic energy is constant. So why do they absorb the heat? They absorb the heat to break the molecular bonds of the solid molecules. Molecular bonds, they break it. So whatever heat they absorb is used to break the molecular bonds so that they can become liquid. Okay, so this is the idea, right? Okay, but the main concern this year, right? Okay, the main concern this year is gas law. Of course, a lot of you want to ask me, why gas law? Okay, before I share with you, just to ask you guys, have you actually gone through passive papers? I believe all of you take tuition, right? You take your tuitions as well. Okay, you have your own tuition. But have you gone through original passive papers? If yes, just put your thumbs up. Just send emojis, thumbs up. Yes, Jared. Okay, you did. Is it updated, Richie? Is it updated? Updated to 2023? You wouldn't believe. You wouldn't believe it. School provide 2024. 2024. No. Richie, you're 2024 batch or trial exams. Okay. I was a bit shocked. I thought it was leaked paper. So alam bojo. Okay. I'll share you one file. These are my form 4 work. My form 4, I have not updated everything. I'll show you one file. Okay. My form 5, after this, our second half of this seminar, I'll show you my form 5 work updated. In fact, I already cut out the one. Okay. Now, this is the collection of my passive papers when I teach my students. Okay. When I teach my students. Okay. I'll share screen with you. You have a look at this. Okay. The passive papers that I do every year, frankly speaking, it started from 1990s. But when they changed the syllabus to bilingual, I used to have 2003. Year 2003. No. You guys were not born. You guys were not even in the process. Okay, not born. So 2003, right? 2003 passive papers all the way until 2023. Minus 2020. Year 2020 because of the MCO. 2020 because of the MCO. So I actually cannot get the passive papers. Okay. So the thing is, I'll ask you to analyze together with me. Okay. Why I choose guess law, right? You see, this chapter 4 structured paper 2A. Why do I choose guess law? Okay. Let's have a quick look on when was the last time guess law came up. Okay. Guess law, I've separated the passive papers for guess law, starting from here. If some of you don't believe that 2003, starting from year 2003, this passive papers here. Okay. Now, objective is fine, multiple choice questions is fine. They ask up to 2022. Okay. So 2023 also they tested, just that I have not updated this topic. I've just finished updating my Form 5. So later I'll share Form 5 work with you. 2023, last year they tested. But this year, no. This year, I'm going for paper 2 structure. Okay. I'm going to discuss this question with you. 2009 in a short while. 2011, 2014, 2018, part B, part C, related part B, related B, C, D, related to guess what? I'll just zoom in for you to see. Okay, I'll just zoom in for you to see. Part B. Okay, part B, you see, air bubbles from Daniel becomes bigger as it moves towards the surface. We all know water pressure decreases, which I'm going to explain to you after this again more. Okay, water pressure decreases because the depth of water decreases. Therefore, the volume of the air bubble increases. Volume and pressure are inversely proportional. So 4 marks. Okay, 4 marks. Volume, water pressure decreases. Depth decreases, 2 marks. Volume of air bubble increases, inversely proportional to pressure, 4 marks. Okay, this is calculation, which I'm going to show you after this as well. Calculation. D, also Boyle's laws calculation. Okay, so actually the last time it came out, right, in paper 2, I'm talking about paper 2, if you look carefully, 2018. After that, no more. You see, the next few pages I'm going to share with you. Okay, let me just reduce my zoom first. There you can see. The rest of them, right? See, after 2018, 2006 was paper 3, whole syllabus. Okay. And then after that, 2012, 2016, 2018, all these are experimental reports in whole syllabus for paper 3. Okay, so which means the last time it came out in SPM paper 2 was 2018. So try counting using your fingers also. Okay, you can use your fingers to count. It hasn't come up in 2019, 2020, 2021, 2022, 2023. Already 5 years. So don't you think this year is a good time to ask? Guess law. Okay, so I'm just preparing you for one of them. Okay, so let's take a try on this. Okay, let's take a try on this. Okay, I'll give you a minute to have a look through. Okay, just look through this. 1 minute. Okay, 1 minute. You just run through first. Let me figure out how am I supposed to, get my pencil out. Let me figure out. Well, you look at it. Okay, just look at it very quickly. Let me see if I can do anything here. Okay, let's see if I can do this too thin. Oh yeah, perfect. Okay, this is what I need. Okay, good. Okay, ready? All right, question A. So as I've said to you before, question A, right? Number one, the water pressure decreases. Okay, of course, in the marking scheme, as long as you mention pressure decreases, they give you 1 mark already. They give you 1 mark. Okay. I don't mind sharing with you as well the marking scheme, but I can't send it to you. Okay? I can't send it to you the marking scheme. But you know that the marking scheme has a lot of choices of answers. A lot of choices of answers as well. Okay. So whether you mention water or not is okay. As long as you mention pressure decreases, 1 mark. Tekanan berkurang, 1 mark. Okay, water pressure. If you mention water, better still. If you don't mention water, it's fine. Pressure decreases 1 mark. Okay, why? Due to the decreasing depth. 2 marks. Pressure decreases 1 mark. Decreasing depth 1 mark. Okay, name the physics law. Pressure and volume is always Boyle's law. Always. Okay. So those of you doing Bahasa Malaysia, hukum Boyle. All right. Okay. What about C? Let's discuss according to 2 marks, shall we? Question C. Let's discuss according to 2 marks. Okay. Now, according to what you have learned, okay, according to what you have learned, C, 2 marks. You know that when the density of water is higher, right? When the density of water is higher, yes, we talk about pressure of liquid, H rho G, isn't it? Higher density of seawater, higher water pressure, isn't it? Higher water pressure, seawater pressure, compressing the air bubble, the volume drops. Okay, the volume drops. So that's why for 2 marks, okay, I'll just answer according to 2 marks. Okay, number one, the volume decreases. First mark. Number two, due to the higher seawater pressure. Again, if you don't mention sea, you just mention water pressure, you just mention higher pressure, higher water pressure, they give you full marks as well. Okay, so this is according to 2 marks. If it's 1 mark, it's just decreases. You answer decreases, also they give you 1 mark. All right. Okay. And finally, let's move on to the last question. Okay, calculation for 3 marks. This is minimum 2 marks. Okay, actually, right, minimum is 2 marks. If you look carefully, right, minimum they give you 2 marks. Okay, minimum they give you 2 marks. Okay, so what I want you to see here is number one, for question D. Okay, just for question D. Do you need a minute to try? Don't worry, our timing is pretty good. After I finish this, I'll head on to chapter 5, okay? Chapter 5 and chapter 6. And then you can have a short water break, washroom break, okay? Before we continue with Form 5 work. You can take a minute, right? Just take a minute, have a quick look at D. So if you're ready, I'll just start with the answer. Okay, shall we? Okay, first one. You know it's Boyle's law. So yes, whenever you talk about Boyle's law, P1 V1 equals to P2 V2, right? Okay, so the volume is 5 centimeters cubed. But can I ask you, how much is the pressure first? At a depth of 0.5 meters, kedalaman. Watch out, atmospheric pressure is 10 meters of water. Tekanan atmosfera. Well, I think most of you should realize by now, if you're swimming underwater, okay, let's say you're swimming underwater here. No, this is not a dead body. This is a person swimming, okay? There are two types of pressure acting on him or her. So the first one is called atmospheric pressure. But how come the value is, how come the value is 10 meters of water? This is the simplest way to describe pressure, especially water pressure. Okay, so they're trying to tell us the atmospheric pressure is equivalent to 10 meters of water above your body. Water has weight. The weight sitting on your body will apply pressure onto your body. So the pressure that you experience because of 10 meters of water sitting on you is the same as the atmospheric pressure. Okay, so that's what they tell you, right? But here you will also have water pressure. So how much is it? 0.5 meters depth. Okay, the depth. So the water pressure, 0.5 meters of water. So the total, right? The total pressure acting on that, the air bubble here, 10 plus 0.5 meter water. Meter H2O. Okay. Okay, next. What about pressure number 2? When it reaches, when it reaches the surface, sampai di permukaan air. Any ideas? I think some of you already thought about it. It's just atmospheric pressure, right? 10 meters of water, just atmospheric. Because at the surface of water, there is no depth, okay? No depth. Tiada kedalaman. So which means no water pressure, only atmospheric pressure, isn't it? Okay, so your job is to get V2. Of course, some of you are fast. You just press on a calculator. If you want to do manual like me, cancellation, divide by 5, divide by 5. So this part will be 10.5 centimeters cubed, divided by 2 V2. 2, bring it over, divided by 2, it will be 5.25 centimeters cubed. Logical? Yes, because the volume is bigger, right? As it moves up to here, you can see the volume is bigger. Okay, the volume is bigger here. Right? So 5.25 centimeters cubed. Okay, so this here, please pay more attention to. I wouldn't say Boyle's law itself. It could be Charles's law. It could be Guy Lassac law. Okay. Anyway, our main target for paper 2A structured is actually this particular gas law, paper 2A. Okay. So I hope this one helps you a bit on what we're discussing. Okay. Right now, I'm so sorry because 2 hours is not a lot. So I cannot slow down and ask you a lot of questions because this 2 hours is actually very compact. Okay, so I try my best to squeeze in all this discussion with you, extra questions. So after this, if we have extra time, I'll open up a quick 5-10 minutes Q&A with you. Okay, if we have extra time. All right. So I'm so sorry, a little bit rushing. Okay, so the next thing to share with you guys, right, is actually chapter 5 and 6. Yes, chapter 5 and 6, as you can see here, is actually 4 questions each for multiple choice questions. Objective, they want 4 each, okay, which I'm going to tell you. But you know what's the special thing that I want to discuss with you today? Paper 2. If you look carefully at paper 2, okay, can I ask you to refer to the past 2 years first? Okay, let's have a quick look at past 2 years. Okay. You see, for the past 2 years, both chapter 5 and chapter 6, right? They both appear in paper 2A, structured. See, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 5, chapter 6, chapter 5, chapter 6. Neither came out in paper 2 essay before. So frankly speaking, for me to analyze all this, right? I mean, honestly, I will tell you honestly, this is really my hard work for the past 20 over years, you know, according to the analysis that you saw just now here. Very obvious. These are all hard work. Okay. Of course, 2024, your batch, you're sitting for SPM. It will only appear, all this will only appear on Wednesday. So maybe after Wednesday, after you go through your SPM papers, give feedback to CourseMap. Let CourseMap tell me whether this seminar is a success or not. Okay. But usually every year, whether towards my own students or outside, you know, some of you that I met in the seminar, SMK DJ, I went to Matrix International School as well. This past couple of months, a lot of seminar that I've been through. Even my own post-tuition universal, we have 4. We have one in Cheras, Ampang, Port Dickson, Surupan. So even all my students as well, I run through all this with them. And then I told them, for the past 20 over years that I've done seminar for 20 over years. Yes, I'm not very old. I'm still pretty young, I think. I started pretty early. So I started giving seminars 22 years ago. So for so many years of seminar, the analysis accuracy had always been above 70%. No. I'm not selling you anything, guys. I'm not doing multi-level marketing. I'm not doing marketing. I'm not selling you any products. I'm just trying to tell you, please have a bit of trust in this analysis. Usually 70% and above accurate. I had my seminar with my students, my own students yesterday. I was telling them there were a couple of years. I was quite lucky. I hit about 90%. The highest I went, there was one year, I think 2007. Yeah, it was this 2007 SPM, right? 2007, the year you guys were born. 2007, the accuracy was 96%. So whatever I stated here during that seminar, it came out 96%. So I'm not very greedy, okay? To be honest, I'm not very greedy. If this analysis comes out this year, 80% to 90%, it'll be pretty good. It'll be pretty good, okay? But one problem. These two, chapter 5 and chapter 6. I have to tell you honestly, if you ask me, both are good for essay. Both of them good for essay. Okay. But if you ask me, which one is better for essay, right? This question, right? Whenever I do analysis, I always joke with my students. When I analyze all these things before seminar, before I do up my homework, all this homework, and this one as well, to tell the students what's coming up, where they're going to come up. Honestly speaking, for so many years, every time I prepare myself for all this work and seminar, I seriously get a bit of sixth sense. Whether you believe it or not, when you immerse yourself, you're so focused into doing something. You just have the extra instinct, the intuition. I used to joke with my students, I see light from the sky. You know, in Sejarah, you all mentioned Wahyu, the river Wahyu, the light from the sky. Seriously. So it tells me, right, this year, right, both actually pretty good for paper 2 essay. Both pretty good. So I put asterisk here, right? I hope you understand. I put asterisk here means if chapter 5 comes out in paper 2A, chapter 6 will be essay. Vice versa. If chapter 6 comes out in structure, then chapter 5 will be essay. Honestly speaking. Okay. Anyway, I'll get you covered for both structured and essay. So, you know, there's no point worrying which is structured, which is essay. The best is we prepare ourselves, whether it's structured or essay, we prepare ourselves for both of them. Okay, so whether it comes out in structured or essay, we're still going to sample all the bugs. Okay, so waves, right? Okay, let's start with waves. Okay, number one, if you look at waves, 4 objective questions. Okay, first one, comparison between transverse and longitudinal. This one. Okay, perbandingan, right? Perbandingan. First objective. Second, resonance hasn't come out since 2021. Resonance, you need to know examples of resonance. Okay, just take note here. All right, speed. Okay, calculation of speed. This formula V equals F lambda. I've put it under essay. Under essay. Well, it can be structured as well. It can come out in structured as well. Paper 2A can come out as well. Paper 2A. Okay, can come out as well. All right. So the thing is, you can have a look at this formula. No harm. It's not difficult, right? It's not really difficult. Okay. Okay. Not very difficult. Right. Anyway. Okay. Next up. Next up. Now, reflection. We're going for paper 1. Drawing of the pattern. Okay. Drawing of the pattern. You know which pattern? You know which pattern? Same wavelength, same incident angle and reflected angle, same wavelength. So before and after reflection, same wavelength. Okay. But if it's paper 2, watch out for this calculation of reflection. You know this calculation? To calculate the depth of the sea, kedalaman laut. We use this. Okay. Watch out. T is the total time. Okay. Let's say this is the boat. They have a transmitter to send out the ultrasonic waves. After that, they will start to record. They'll start to record, yeah? Okay, they start to record. How long does it take to come back? Total time. Okay, total time. Jumlah masa. Total time. All right. So the total time for 2 directions. Okay, this is the value. And then you can calculate the depth using this formula. Okay, paper 2B, right? I reserve for paper 2B. So, okay, next. After you finish this, refraction actually came out 2 years ago in paper 2, structured. So this year, I'll go for paper 1, objective. Paper 2B, essay. Not paper 2A, not paper 2A, okay? Not paper 2A. Whatever I've told you for paper 2, they're all paper 2B, paper 2B, paper 2B. Okay, and then after that, moving down, diffraction. If they want to ask you, they ask you a small part only, very, very small part. Because last year, diffraction 2023 SPM came out a whole structured question, 9 marks last year. Last year was 9 marks, whole structured question. So to be honest, right, if you ask me diffraction, will it come out this year? Paper 2B, essay, 1 short part, maybe 2 marks only, just 2 marks. Okay. And finally, interference. Okay, interference. If they want to ask you, they will also come out in paper 2B because 2021 SPM, 2022 SPM, all about interference in structured question. Structured question. Okay. So frankly speaking, what is our main target for structured? Okay, guys. Now, main target for structured, this one. Electromagnetic waves. It hasn't appeared after 2014. You want to have a look at this question? Okay. Now, paper 2A, structured. Okay, structured. You need to know the characteristics of electromagnetic waves. You need to know the arrangement and application. Sometimes they might just ask you calculation according to V equals F lambda. According to V equals F lambda. Okay, I'll show you this one. When was the last time it came out, right? Okay, let's have a quick look here. You see, so the last time it came out was 2014, this question. See this? Let's just zoom in a bit. Electromagnetic spectrum. The last time they tested in paper 2. Okay, so spectrum, arrangement, application, a bit of calculation here. V equals F lambda. Drawing of wavelength and frequency of waves, ultraviolet. Okay, so it's a very simple question. Most likely we're going for about 5 to 6 marks. Yep, 5 to 6 marks. A very simple question. I hope you get this, okay? I hope you get this, honestly speaking. I do hope you get this. Okay, so paper 2, structured electromagnetic waves. If paper 2 essay, if it's paper 2 essay, okay, I'll tell you what they ask you. Paper 2 essays, right? Usually combination of reflection, this one, reflection, first of all. this formula as well. Refraction, diffraction just a bit, because last year they have tested a lot, okay? And interference. They can combine all four phenomena in one question, one essay question, okay? But, okay, anyway, let me finish up chapter 6 for Paul, and then I'll tell you what I personally feel. What I personally feel about chapter 5, chapter 6, which one coming up for essay. I will tell you right after this, okay? Just give me another 10 minutes. Once we finish, I'll tell you which one, if you ask me personally, which one, okay? And then after that, we'll have a short break for water break and also your washroom break, okay? All right, like just now, right? Okay, like just now, chapter 5, 4 objective multiple choice questions, 1 structure or 1 essay. Okay, so what are the questions? First one, we speak about refraction. They have never tested this formula before. So please take note, this N1 sine theta 1 equals to N2 sine theta 2. Okay, some students actually asked me, even yesterday, one of my own students asked me as well. So, Mr. Lee, when to use this and when to use this? Okay, so the student actually asked me this, right? So, do you know that this particular formula, right, the main formula is the N1 sine theta 1, this one, equals to N2 sine theta 2. This is the main formula. Okay, how to change into this formula, right? When one of the mediums is air, udara. Okay, let's say this is glass. Okay, so usually, okay, they call this, sorry, a bit singing. This is theta 1. The refractive index of air is N1. Okay, and coming into glass, denser, this is theta 2. Okay, this is theta 2. Refractive index number 2 is for glass. Okay, so actually what happens is, okay, you know how much is refractive index of air? It's actually 1. It's actually 1. Okay, so putting into this formula, right? N1, 1. Sine theta 1. Okay, sine theta 1. Some people just call this incident angle, sudut tujuh, isn't it? Right? And then number 2, N2, refractive index of glass, N2. Sine theta 2. So usually people call theta 2 as R. Agree? So I can change this to sine I equals to refractive index of glass multiplied by sine R. Okay, so you know already, if I move this down, does it look like the first formula that you learned, the Snell's law? This one. So usually, okay, so if you ask me, right, okay, the same question that my own student asked me yesterday as well, just to confirm, when do I use the second formula? This one. When you have 2 different n values, use this. If one of them is air, udara, use this straight away. N equals sine I over sine R, because refractive index of air is 1. Okay, clear, everyone? Just to give you an insight, right? Anyway, this year we are looking at all this. We're looking at all this, right, for calculation. Paper 1. Secondly, okay, essay. Let's talk about essay. Essay, okay. Total internal reflection. We come out in paper 1. Yes, paper 1. Objective for sure, especially the applications. Drawing of light ray, okay, ray diagram. Yes, okay. Paper 2B, right? Okay, can you please write there? I mean, if you can write in your iPad or whatever, you can just highlight as well, okay, whatever you want, right? Just write there. This is my second choice. Total internal reflection, right? Paper 2B, paper 2B, second choice. Actually, second choice, not the first choice. That's why earlier I was telling all of you, right, at the beginning of this seminar, I'm so sorry, whatever notes that I share with you guys is only 80% complete. The other 20%, here, and also here to share with you during this seminar, because as I've said, I appreciate all your effort to wake up earlier, to attend this webinar, to stay here, listen to all this. I appreciate it, okay? And I wish to share with you during this 2 hours course, okay? Actually, there is also a reason why I did not put in 100%, because many years ago, I don't know just now whether you guys saw the brochure, which has my handsome photo. Additional maths seminar. That speaker is actually my sifu, my dad, my father. Okay, my father. So, unfortunately, he won't be having MX seminar with you guys today. Instead, I'll be the one taking over the MX as well. Okay, so the one later on. Anyway, so his seminar work about 20 years ago. Yeah, about 20 years ago, I remember. We held seminar for MX for our own students and also outside students in our tuition center. His work, his analysis is always 100%. Whatever he says, whatever he tells you coming out, they will come out 100% for sure. So I remember his work, he wrote something, handwriting like this, okay? Something like this, his handwriting. After the seminar, there was one education center. I won't tell you the name because they already tutup kedai already. They already chopped up already. Okay, bungkus already. Anyway, so they actually took his work, everything. They erased off this watermark Pusat Tuition Universal. They erased off, and then they stamped there. They stamped their own Pusat Tuition copycat or Pusat Tuition copy dog, whatever it is, and used the material for their seminar. Coincidentally, 2 of our students went to that seminar as well, and then they took the materials back. Imagine the materials were our material with my father's handwriting still there. Terrible, I tell you, really terrible. So they just steal people's work, steal people's hard work. Okay, so from that incident, yeah, in fact, we issued them a legal letter, lawyer letter, to tell them to stop using. Otherwise, we're going to sue them because all these are our hard work. Seriously. Anyway, to cut things short, so why I did not put in 100% of my work is because I don't want all these copyright things. Again, if they want to take whatever they have here, the other 20-30% is here and here. And as I've said, I would like to reward all of you for your effort. Okay, for your effort. I appreciate your effort. Okay, in joining today's course. Right. So anyway, now, so this one will be the second choice. Total internal reflection. You know why? Because total internal reflection came out so many times. It's so popular in paper 2, right? Okay, let's talk about the recent years. Yeah, recent years. Okay, recent years. Right. 2023 is about lens. Later, I'll show you the 2023 one as well. I haven't updated for Form 5 work, Form 4 work. The Form 5 work I've already finished. 2023, lens. 2022, total internal reflection and a bit of lens. 2021, total internal reflection, diamond ring. Yes. 2019, as I said, sorry, 2020, I couldn't get the questions because it was the last year of old syllabus and it was MCO. Okay. 2019, also total internal reflection with a bit of lens as well. A bit of lens as well, a little bit. So 2019, 2021, 2022, all about total internal reflection. Last year, lens. This year, I'm putting this as my second choice. You know why? Let's scroll down. Next page, shall we? Next page. Okay. So the next page, right? You see lens, okay? You just have to look at lens, right? And you know what you realize here? The lens. The lens, you should realize, oh, sorry. Sorry, guys. Let me clear this off first. Lens, honestly speaking, it might appear again, lens might appear again in paper 2A, but again, if it appears in paper 2A, once again, this is my second choice. Paper 2A, structured, second choice. calculation, drawing, okay, all second choice for paper 2A. So please take note, second choice, yeah? Even though I put highlight, I put asterisk here, but second choice. Structured. Okay. Essay, total internal reflection, second choice. Okay. What's sorry, paper one, sorry, just a bit more. Paper one. Okay, if you can have a quick look, paper one as well. Paper one, please take note, they might just ask you to choose the correct diagram, the correct drawing, correct characteristics of images. Paper one. Okay, paper one. It can be convex, it can be concave as well. Okay, just think of it. It can be concave as well. Sorry, I forgot to put an asterisk here. Please put an asterisk here. It can be concave or convex lens. Choosing the correct characteristics, correct diagram. Okay. Paper 2A, second choice. Okay, what's first choice? Okay, guys, I think all of you can't wait to take note. The first choice, right? Mirrors. No, I purposely did not write here. Please take note, okay? It's not I forgot. I purposely did not write here. Actually, whether it's paper 2A or paper 2B, right? It will be our first choice for structured and essay. Structured and essay. Okay, so please take note. Structured and essay. Okay, sorry, there's a B here as well. Structured and essay. Okay, first choice. Honestly speaking, if you ask me. Then mirrors. You want to know when mirror came out the last, right? Okay, let's do a quick analysis, shall we? No mirrors last year, 2022, 2021, 2019. The last time it came out was 2018. This was it. You see, 2018, right? 2018, plain mirror, not difficult. Okay, here. D, convex mirror. The mirror that they put at the blind spot at the junction. Even in convenience stores, 7-Eleven, Family Mart, KK Mart, all this, Speed Mart 99, they put at the junction, the end of the, at the end of their shop. This one. Okay, this one. Yes. So, mirrors, first choice. Structured or essay, first choice. Structured, second choice, lenses. Essay, second choice, total internal reflection. Just watch out what I've just told you. Okay? All right. Are you guys clear so far? So far, okay? Yes, thumbs up. Oh, okay, that's good. Wow, thumbs up, thumbs up. Good, good, good. Wow. Okay, that's good. Rishi, thank you. Thank you for your reply, everyone. So, shall we take a quick 1 minute break, 2 minutes break, water break, stretching, walk around, washroom break? Shall we take a few minutes? All right. When you come back, I'll show you my updated Form 5 work as well. Okay. Yes, good. All right. Where's my partner? Zizan, are you here?
Yes, teacher.
Yes. Can we take like a short 2 minutes break?
Of course.
So you want to play any advertisement?
No advertisement, but I can.
I'll stop sharing.
Okay. I can play some background music. Is that okay?
Yeah, sure. So I'll be away for 2 minutes. I'll come back in 2 minutes. Okay. So the rest of you.
All right, no problem.
Yeah. Thank you.
Okay.
Wow, so relaxed. Okay, shall we resume? Yes. Okay, let's go. All right. Once again, we'll start with Form 5 work. Okay, 7 topics. All right, here we go. So for Form 5, right? Sorry, before I start, let me just close my Form 4 work first. Okay. Form 5 work right here. I think out there. Okay, perfect. Oops. Okay, yes. Okay, let's proceed, everyone. Sorry for the slight delay. So here we go. Okay, welcome back, everyone. Let's go. Last half, all right? Okay, coming back to our table first. Number 1, chapter 1. I don't know whether to tell you are lucky or unlucky. 2 multiple choice questions, just 2 objective. You know why? Last year, they were quite lucky. The structured question that they got was about spring. Last year, they got spring. So very straightforward, honestly speaking, spring. Okay, so this year, we're expecting to see 2 objective questions only. Now, what are the 2 objective questions? Okay, first of all, let's have a quick look at something that you might not like. Inclined plane. Yes, inclined plane. Inclined plane. Pretty popular. Second choice. Can you please write down as well? Second choice, lift. Lift. Okay. Lift. Second choice. Why do I say inclined plane and lift, right? Because first of all, the first time lift came out in SPM, which is also the last time, was actually 2006. No, you were not born. You were probably in the process. This question. Stationary lift. The first and last time it came out in paper 1 objective. So it's a shame that after that they stopped asking about lift. Okay. So if you ask me, right, possible? Yes. Lift is actually a very, very good question. Okay. Now, I will tell you briefly how to learn this lift. Trust me, okay? I think there are about 90s. Wait, minus me, minus MJ, minus Zhijian. I think there are about 93 of you here right now. Can I just tell you something shocking? None of you learn the way that I'm going to tell you about lift. If you believe me, there's practically none of the students or teachers that I know will teach you lift in this way. You know what's the best way to learn about lift? Honestly speaking, you know what's the best way to learn about lift? I saw the emoji. Sorry, I can't do dual screen, so I'm looking at this document. I can't see an emoji. Yeah. A lot of you will be asking. You'll be shocked. The best way to learn about lift is actually inertia. Inertia. It's not about memorizing the formulae. No. It's not about remembering them, memorizing. So guys, let's cut it short. You just have to use inertia to understand whether you feel heavier, normal, or you feel lighter in the lift. Okay. Usually, I used to joke with my students, you want to experience whether you feel heavier or lighter or normal in a lift, You go to those old buildings, especially old buildings, old lift, their system is old. So when it's an old system, the effect is clearer. I think this is one very, very common one. Okay, when the lift starts to move up with acceleration, right? When the lift starts to move up with acceleration, usually from stationary, from ground floor, when the lift starts to move up with acceleration, usually you feel heavier. You feel heavier. No. It's not because in the old lift there is something pressing you. Old lift, old building. No. I'm not talking about all this spiritual side. No. It's not about the spiritual side. Okay, nothing to do with those. It's inertia. You try to understand. When the lift starts to move up, the inertia of your body resists the movement. You don't want to move. The inertia of your body doesn't want you to move. You want to stay down. When the lift goes up, you want to stay down. So there must be an extra force pushing you down that makes you feel heavier, right? So when you feel heavier, actually very simple. When you feel heavier, right, of course, the reading of the weighing scale will increase. So usually reading of weighing scale is the same as normal reaction. Now, this is possibly one of the things that you guys are not aware. Some of you take good care of your health by taking good care of your weight, your mass. So every day you weigh yourself. You know what? The reading of the weighing scale is actually the normal reaction. It's not exactly your mass or weight. No. It's just that when you weigh yourself, you have to stay stationary, not moving. When you're stationary, R is equal to W. That's how the weighing scale gives you the reading of your weight. Okay, so this reading of weighing scale should increase because you feel heavier. So when you feel heavier, it's because your body weight plus the extra force that presses you down. Okay, so as I've said, when the lift starts to move up with acceleration, the inertia of the body resists the change. You don't want to move. So there is an extra force pressing you downwards. And this force, okay, this particular force, right? Can I change color? Yes, I can change color. Okay, this particular force is in the same direction as your weight. That's why W plus F. Please, this is W plus F. It's not WTF. So please, if you cannot understand, right, please ask me after this. Okay, ask me before the class, before this session ends. Then you don't go back with WTF, please. Okay, just know that it's all inertia. So you feel heavier. you have higher reading of R. Okay, higher weighing scale reading. That's the idea. Okay, so this is exactly what we're saying here. The spring balance on a stationary lift, this is the weight of the load, the weight 20 newtons. When the lift moves up with acceleration of 2 ms negative 2, right? It will feel heavier. Inertia. It doesn't want to move, but the lift starts to move up. There's a force pushing it downwards, so it feels heavier. Okay, heavier means, right? It's either D or E. The answer must be either D or E. Okay, anyway, how do we calculate it? First of all, the weight is actually 20 newtons. F equals to MA. So guys, because this is old syllabus, right? So the weight W is mg, right? Those days they use G as 10. The G value was 10 those days. Okay, so I'm just making use of the old syllabus. The M is 2 kilograms. Sorry, 2 kilograms. Okay, so 20 newtons, and then this is 2 kilograms. This 2 ms negative 2, given by the question here. So total 24 newtons. Feeling heavier. See that? Okay. So that's how we learn about lift, actually. All right. To know that you feel heavier, normal, or lighter. Okay. Well, of course, there's another instance there's another instance where you take a lift at a high position, very, very high floor of a building. Or if some of you have been to the theme park, you know, the theme parks around the world, Genting, Disneyland, everywhere, they have the Solero shop. You know, those days, right? Those days, I mean, now also, actually, Solero shops, right? You sit around the tower, they lift you guys up to the top. And then when they ring the bell, it drops suddenly. You know, at first, you're sitting up at a high location, high position, sitting up there, stationary. When the seats, yeah, they drop, they move down with acceleration. Inertia of your body resists the movement. You don't want to move. You don't want to move. For those of you who have tried it, you will certainly understand what am I talking about. Now, imagine you sitting on a seat. The seat drops so fast that, sorry, please mind my language. I used to joke with my students. The seats drop so fast that your butts, okay, your body don't even have time to react. In other words, you're floating. You are floating. And when you float, certainly you feel lighter, isn't it? So when you feel lighter, very obvious, the reading of the weighing scale will drop. And how to make the reading of weighing scale drop? Minus the force. Because right now, the force will be pushing you upwards because of inertia. The chairs, the seats, the lift moves down quickly. Inertia of your body doesn't want to move. So there's a force pushing you up, which is against the weight of your body. So opposite direction, right? This two, you see? Opposite direction, this two. So W minus F, which means W minus MA. So that is how you reduce the reading of the weighing scale. Are you guys clear? Okay. So I hope this can actually help you to understand better how actually lift works. The best way to understand inertia. It's not memorizing formulae, isn't it? I think not all of you are impressed, but possibly a lot of you here will be a bit shocked. What? Actually lift. We can just master it using inertia. That's all. Yes, that's all. Okay. So certainly a lot of you, or probably all of you here, 96, 93, 96 of you here, probably you haven't learned lift using inertia before, right? So where are the emojis now? I can't see the emojis anymore. No more wows and thumbs up already. Okay, all right, that's good. Thank you. So yes, I hope this one helps you to understand better. Okay, but seriously, this lift question, the last time was 2006. After that, they stopped asking altogether. They stopped. No more lift question. Not even in paper 2. Paper 2, 2005. You can see, right? Paper 2. It was 2005. See? Here. 2005. Lift question. Those were the only 2 years lift was tested. Okay? Shame to tell you that. But anyway, the main concern, right, guys, as I've said, the main concern, you see, recently, they've asked a lot about inclined plane. 2021. Okay? This time, 2019 as well. Recent years, they love inclined plane. So, guys, those of you who can access past year papers, if you're free, go check out 2021, this number 22. Pretty good question. Okay, go check it out. All right. And the second question that they ask you, right? The second question that they ask you is actually elasticity. Very simple. Just paper 1. Calculation, series and parallel, combination arrangement. Just check it out. Okay. Spring tested last year. So in paper 2A, structured. So this year, no. This year just 2 objective. Okay. So I hope you can understand this, right? Okay, moving on. So guys, chapter 2. You're pretty lucky. Last year, they tested essay, pressure, tekanan. So this year, I'm pushing to 3 objective questions, 1 structured question. Okay, the structured question will be related to Pascal's principle. Straight away, I'll tell you. Okay, all right. What are the 3 objectives? No pressure this year because last year they tested everything about pressure. Yes, everything. So this here, right, just a short objective question relating to measuring instrument in paper 1, as you can see, paper 1. Okay, as you can see, paper 1 here. Okay, barometer or manometer, the YouTube. All right, learn a bit of calculation. Pascal's principle, very important for paper 2A. Okay, just to back up my so-called analysis here. You know, Pascal's principle, the last time they tested in paper 2, you can see. Okay. Last year, 2023, pressure. I've already updated my Form 5 word, okay? Pressure. Everything about pressure, nothing else. 2021, Bernoulli's and a bit of Archimedes. 2022, no question. Strangely, I don't know why. 2017, Pascal's principle. The last time they tested Pascal's principle, as you can see. Okay, right? Structured question, yes. Structured, right, guys? 2022 then, Archimedes. Just now there was essay. Structured, Archimedes. 2019, Archimedes. Okay, 2018, pressure. 2017, Bernoulli's. 2014, pressure. 2013, Archimedes. 2009, as you can see, Archimedes. 2008 was the last time they tested for structured for Pascal. Imagine 2008, Pascal in structured paper 2. And then 2017, essay paper 2. Already too long overdue. So guys, honestly speaking, this is pretty good for this year, Pascal. Okay, well, Archimedes, we'll go straight for just paper 1. Bernoulli's as well, paper 1. Just paper 1. So paper 1 for Bernoulli's, Archimedes, and also a bit of measuring instrument for pressure. Okay, Pascal's principle, paper 2A, structured. Watch out for this. Okay, all right, moving on to chapter 3, very quick one. Okay, chapter 3, usually, right, if you see this analysis, okay, can I ask all of you a question first? I don't know whether you are aware, when I told you the first thing I told all of you today, I only put in 80%, right? Do you realize there's something missing in this table as well? Don't you realize something missing from this table? You didn't realize there was something missing from this table. No, still looking at it. Paper 2, just 10 questions. Very good, Zishan. Zishan, very good. Actually, right, essay. I did not fill up my essay 100%, you know. Imagine, right? Imagine if this 2 comes out, okay, if wave comes out, this chapter 6 would come out here, right? Okay. So if wave comes out, electronics comes out, section C, there should be one more question, isn't it? Now, I will tell you honestly, my first choice is this. This one, electricity. Yes, electricity looks good for essay. So yes, please fill up if you can. I remove it because as I've said, it's only 80% complete. Okay, so what do they ask you under this 3 objective and 1 essay? Okay, very quick one. So first of all, now you see, objective questions, calculation of charge. I always call it kill it. This formula I call it kill it. Q equals IT. Kill it. Paper 1. Okay. Resistance, paper 1 as well. Yep. Relationship. EMF, no, because came out last year. Can you have a quick look here? Last year came out EMF. You see, everything about EMF. And honestly speaking, do you know that last year's question they made mistake as well? They did not give this R value. Do you know that? They forgot to print out the R value. So it's a bit of a shock. I would like to share with you, but because there's recording, right? So I don't know if it's proper to share with you or not, honestly speaking. The marking scheme. Actually, the marking scheme. It's not, I think it's not a good idea. Anyway, I mean, you can see the marking scheme from the past year paper, but this is the actual marking scheme from the examiner. where they also have handwritten notes as well. Okay, I'll just share this question. Okay, please don't share this with everyone else, and also anyone else and everyone else. Okay, please don't. Okay, I'll just let you see this particular question just to prove to you what's wrong with SPM credits. Okay, what's wrong with it? Okay, sorry, just a minute here. Let me just send this very quickly. Sorry, did somebody say something? Oh, thumbs up. Okay, thumbs up. Oh, wait. Question number. Yes, this one. Can you give me a minute, please? I'm just going to open from here because it's quite a big file. Yeah, taking a bit of time to do. Okay, done. Let's share screen. Okay, guys, this question, right? As you can see here, question number 8, right? 2023, question number 8. Okay. Question B, ammeter reading. You know ammeter reading is always, okay, EMF, I, bracket, R plus R, right? Yes. Okay. Your EMF given here is 6 volts. 6 volts, sorry. Let me zoom in a bit more. Oh, sorry. 6 volts. Okay. Ammeter reading means current. All right. Internal resistance is 2 ohms, given here. But don't you think you need this external resistance value, capital letter R, in order to calculate I, isn't it? So how are we supposed to calculate I if we don't have R? You know what the marking scheme says? Okay, guys, please don't share this with anyone, everyone. Okay, I'll just show you here. I'm sharing with you. Yes, these are original marking schemes. After they went for the seminar, blah, 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 they updated with handwritings. Okay, very obvious. You'll be shocked, guys. Look at this. Look at this. Carefully. Guess what? Writing this will get you full marks. Sebarang nombor also can. Shocking? Shocking. Yes. Very shocking, right? SPM, we're talking about SPM. We're not talking about your school exams. You know, we're not talking about your school tests, school-based exams. We're talking about SPM, national level exams. Correct, Rishi? Because, okay, I'll tell you honestly, I think it is the mistake of the printer or those who type. Because the original marking scheme, right? Okay, once again, just a quick one, okay? The original marking scheme, they had a jawaban yang betul. Can you see this? Wait, let me erase all this first. See this? You see they actually cancel off this part. The correction tape. That means originally there was an answer, but they erased it. They used the correction tape to take it out. It's because they know there was a mistake with the question. So whether the person who, I think the person who set the question actually set with a value, but those who type or print, the checker, the people who are supposed to check, did not do their job. So in the end, there was no value of R. So that's why I said the marking scheme that I shared just now is from the examiners. They will attend a course and then they will tambah. You see a lot of handwritings, right? They tambah those additional answers. That's why they made correction. That's why it's shocking. Even if you do the working, right? Once again, just have a look at this one more time. You do up to this working that I have. You know, just now we finished up to this working, right? You really get full marks, 2 marks. 2 marks. By just writing R or any value sebarang nombor, you really get full marks. This is seriously ridiculous. seriously ridiculous. But you know, we always tell people, Malaysia boleh, right? Malaysia boleh. See. Okay, so this year, no more EMF. Okay, no more EMF for you. Luckily, okay, luckily, okay. But the next thing I want to share with you is, okay, now electrical energy and power. You need to know how to calculate electrical energy. Yep. I usually call this electrical energy as vitamin E, VIT, voltage, current, time, equals to electrical energy. Okay. Beware of how to calculate your electricity bill. Yes, your electricity bill. Yeah. And then you realize, right, the whole chapter 3 analysis here, I did not put anything about assay. Nothing. Okay. Time for you to fill up. Yes. So guys, let's get a bit more hardworking. We have another 25 minutes before we finish up this session. So I'll just speed up a bit. Okay. First one. Now I need you to know series and parallel circuits. Okay. Series and parallel circuits. Yeah. Okay. So first one is under this part. It's under this part. Okay. Wait a this part, paper 2B, series and parallel circuits, and also their resistance. Okay, paper 2B. Right? And also combinational circuits. Okay, combinational circuits. Please take note. Right? Lita-lita series, lari, dan juga gabungan. Okay, kertas 2B. Right? Number 2, they are going to relate the past 10 years. They love this in essay. Relate to heating elements, element pemanas, unsur pemanas, heating elements. Anything like iron, kettle, shower heater, you know. The formula, I mean, they will usually ask you to use this formula. This formula to calculate or to explain, usually theory question, explanation question. You want to produce more power to be changed into more heat. You need more resistance for the heating filament or heating element. Unsur pemanas, gegelung pemanas. So all those are wires. So when we talk about wires, that means you have to know this formula. Yep. More length, higher resistivity to get higher resistance. Higher resistance means higher power, change into heat. They love those questions. Okay, so paper 2B, watch out for this here. Okay, so I just put here, paper 2B. Calculation and theory. Explanation. Okay, you're right, guys. Okay, all right. Chapter 4, electromagnetism. Okay, now I don't know whether I should tell you, you should be very happy this year. You know why? 4 objective and 1 structured. Okay, what are 4 objective questions first? Okay, first one, we talk about first one. This catapult field, medan elastic. Yeah, paper 1. That means using Fleming's left-hand rule. Okay. Lenz's law, yep, as you can see here, Lenz's law. Second, paper 1 as well. Lenz's law. Okay. Main target this year, transformers. Transformers, 2 objective questions. Excuse me. One of the 2 objective questions, calculation of this formula. This formula hasn't come out for a long time for calculation. Okay, calculation. While last part, the problems and solution to improve your transformers. Problems of transformers like eddy current, hysteresis loss, okay? How to solve the problems, paper 1 as well. So 2 objective questions here, but my main target is paper 2A. Paper 2A for transformer. It hasn't appeared for quite some years. Okay, example, you can see right there, 2003 questions, as I've said. Okay, so paper 2, right? See, last year was catapult field, chapter 4.1. Okay, last year. 2022, electromagnetic induction, chapter 4.2. Nothing to do with transformer. 2021, this was 2021. It was catapult field, chapter 4.1. 2019, last time they tested about transformer. So if you ask me honestly, is this year good for transformers? Certainly. certainly very, very good for transformer. Okay, so watch out for transformer. All right. Okay, moving on to chapter 5, electronics, 3 objective and 1 essay, right? Okay, here we go. So first one, please take note of thermionic emission of or cathode rays, characteristics of cathode rays. One question. Okay, semiconductor diode, right? Diode, just know the differences between forward and reverse bias. Paper 1 as well. Transistor, take note of simple characteristics of NPN transistor. 3 objective. What about essay? Okay, I think this year the essay will be quite interesting. A bit like 2007, the year when you guys were born. The essay covers the essay covered both diodes and transistor. Okay, without further delay, this one. 2007, it was like this. First part of the question was about transistor. Diode, sorry, diode. Full wave rectification. Draw the waveform, as you can see. And then when they use capacitor, draw the new waveform. Explain how the capacitor can smoothen the current. Okay, 10 marks. Okay, part 2. Look at question B on the left side. Transistor. LDR. You know what's the best thing? What's the best thing about this question? Modify the whole circuit so that a fan labeled 240 volts and 100 watts in a room can be automatically switched on when the room is hot, which means you throw LDR away, you put in thermistor. We have to involve thermistor. Okay, so you have to draw the new circuit, modify, suggest modifications. Okay, but of course, I don't think they're going to ask you this for 10 marks anymore. You might not be asked to draw anymore. You're probably just going to explain the modifications up to 6 marks. The other 4 marks, they go for calculation like this. Okay, this kind of calculations, right? You see question B? Yeah, this is another year, 2012, right? Look at this calculation, question B. Resistance of X is 40 kilo ohms. Calculate the potential difference between T and U. So imagine this is 40 kilo ohms. You know what's so special about this calculation? Okay, let's take 2 minutes to settle this. All right. Number 1, this 10 kilo ohms, right, and 40 kilo ohms LDR, actually, they are both in series. When they are both in series, they have the same current, first of all. So current is constant, okay, for the two of them. Where the voltage is directly proportional to the resistance. In other words, certainly TU will have higher voltage compared to ST. Higher voltage. Okay. Another thing you need to take note is both of them will share out the total 6 volts. Okay. Now I'll teach you a fast method to do this. Because V is directly proportional to R, right? V directly proportional to R. So we do simple ratio. Okay, number 1. 10 plus 40. Total resistance, 50 kilo ohms, sharing 6 volts of voltage here. Okay. So let's do simple maths. Divide by 5, 10 kilo ohms. 6 volts divided by 5, 1.2 volts. So yes, this guy gets 1.2 volts. This is 40 kilo ohms. You just times 4. Right side also times 4. So this T to U gets 4.8 volts. Again, the total between these two is still 6 volts. So question B, number 1, potential difference between T and U, 4.8 volts. Simple ratio method. Okay. So I believe this kind of questions, they will start to incorporate into paper 2 essay. That's how they give you up to 10 marks for transistor, 10 marks for diode. Okay, so this year's essay will be pretty interesting. Diode and transistor, very, very interesting. Okay, so that's for essay. Okay, moving on, last 2 topics because we don't really have much time left. Okay, nuclear physics. Last year's question was a flop. You know, why do I say last year's question was a flop? Anyway, Chapter 6 and Chapter 7, right? Nuclear physics and quantum physics, both 3 objective questions each, 1 structured question each. So, okay, can I tell you frankly about both of them, right? Both of them, okay. Because last year, they tested Chapter 6 in essay. So this year, it cannot be essay anymore. It will be structured. Chapter 7, no paper 2 question last year. This year, confirm paper 2A. You know why? Because Chapter 7 is a short topic, very, very short topic. They don't have enough contents to ask you in essay. Not enough contents for sure. For essay, not enough. Okay, so everything will be based on structure. Okay, what are the questions for Chapter 6 first? Yeah, okay, Chapter 6, first one, radioactive decay series. Have you seen graphs like, sorry, I don't have it here. I'll have to sketch it for you very quickly. Okay, have you seen the radioactive decay series? Like, sorry, let me just write it here. Okay, this would be nuclear number. Okay, nuclear number, and then this side will be proton number. The graph, yes, the graph. Okay, oh, sorry. Proton number, sorry. Proton number, okay, just special form, yeah, okay. So we're going to start with uranium here. Uranium, this is 238, this is 92. And then they draw this arrow to show you it goes down to thorium, TH, thorium. The nuclear number is 234, the proton number is 90. And they also draw another one. Okay, let's just draw you this color, red color ink. They draw you another horizontal, short horizontal line up to here. They put here as PA, protactinium, where this 91. Okay, so guys, very quick one. You know that this uranium is 23892. Well, thorium is 23490. So isn't it, this is an alpha decay, because alpha is actually a 4-2 helium nucleus. That means the uranium throws alpha away to become thorium, right? How do we know? 238 minus 4, 234. 92 minus 2, you get 90. So any diagonal line in this graph represents 1 alpha decay. Okay, then what about here? Protactinium has no change. Okay, protactinium has no change in the nuclear number, still 234. While the proton number plus 1. So that means this must be a beta decay. Any short horizontal line, beta decay. How do we know? Because beta is actually a 0, -1 electron. So from protactinium, from thorium to protactinium, no change of nuclear number, 0. But here, thorium to protactinium plus 1. Yeah, of course, when you do the equation, you have the -1 here. 91 minus 1, you get 90. So beta decay. So this is something that they haven't asked after 2008. After 2008, they stopped asking this. Okay, so which means I need you to take note of this here. Okay, half-life. Okay, half-life, right? Paper 2A. Together, right? With yeah. When I talk about half-life, means you have to talk about the graph, the definition, the calculation of half-life, and choosing correct elements for suitable purposes. Choosing the correct radioisotope purposes. Okay, paper 2A. Nuclear energy, there will be a calculation, paper 1. And also paper 2A. Either one, okay, either one. So please put here as well, paper 2A as well. This one, paper 2A. Explanation of nuclear energy, okay? How they got nuclear energy. So paper 2A. Structured question. Okay, so pretty short. Well, just to show you, last year they flopped. You know why? You see, last year, right? Can you see these 2 graphs given to you here? Radioisotope X and Y. You know what's the best thing? They forgot to label X and Y. Yes, they forgot to label X and Y. You don't believe, right? Okay, let's show you again. Please don't simply share this with everyone. I'm just showing you what's happening. Okay, ready as a top X and Y, yeah? You'll be laughing, right? This is SPM, you know. You'll be laughing. Okay, have a quick look at this. Question B. I'll just let you see again the question. See question B. Compare number of original nuclei, half-life, decay rate between X and Y, right? But the question is, the student asks, how are we supposed to know which is X, which is Y, when they don't even label? You know what the marking scheme says? Bergantung budak label mana. That means you guys have to label yourselves, which is X, which is Y. SPM, National Level Examination. Bergantung budak label mana. So you choose whichever you like as X, you label X. Whichever you like as Y, you label Y. So now you see. Okay. So guys, actually, right, frankly speaking, it's not about the students now. It's about the people who set questions. They don't check. That's the biggest problem. That's the biggest problem. Okay. Anyway, we try our best again. We try our best here. All right. Finishing with the last one. Okay. Finally, 3 objectives for quantum physics and 1 structured. Okay. 3 of them. Photon energy. Please take note. It might come out in paper 1 and paper 2. Okay. Please put down here and here. Sorry, forgot to label for you. Paper 1 and paper 2A. Wave particle duality never came out before. I don't know why. Never came up before, but paper 1. Okay, paper 1. Finally, work function. Okay, work function, calculation of photon energy equals to HF, all under paper 2A. But the graph, right, guys? The graph that I want you to take note is under paper 1. You know which graph is it? It's actually maximum kinetic energy, Kmax, against frequency F. You know what? Different metals. Okay, let's say blue color, one metal, green color, another metal. Guess what? They have the same gradient. You know why they have the same gradient? Because the gradient of this graph is the Planck's constant. Yep, Planck's constant is fixed. So these 2 different metals, same gradient because of the same Planck's constant. So this is paper 1. Okay, paper 1. All right. But anyway, every year, right, frankly speaking, every time they ask paper 2A, it must be related to Einstein's photoelectric theory. Every time they ask in 2021, 2022, even this year as well, expect them to ask you the same thing. Okay, so if you have a collection of past year papers, go have a look at 2021, 2022. Same concept, photoelectric effect. Okay. All right. Okay, that's all for what I'm supposed to discuss with you. Okay, now, of course, before I end this, I'll also like to share with you several things related to your exams. Okay, just a quick one, just a few more minutes. Okay, number 1, paper 1. If you don't know what to do, oh, sorry, I've already closed the file. Otherwise, I can let you see. Anyway, let me reopen that. So, guys, I always tell you guys, right? If paper 1, right? I don't know whether you're aware. Usually paper 1's, right? Paper 1 and paper 2, right? Sorry, I don't have the file here. Paper 1 and paper 2. No. Unfortunately, the file is not here. Let me see if this one has. Sorry, just a quick one again. Let me have a quick look. Yeah. So guys, paper 1. If you are sharing, sorry, just to double check, we are still sharing screen, right? Yeah, I'm still sharing screen. Okay. Paper 1. If you don't know what to do, tembak the nearest answer. Okay. Worst case, guys. Worst case, if you don't know what to do for paper 1, if you're stuck, please follow the instruction of your exam papers. Lihat halaman sebelah. If you don't know what to do, lihat halaman sebelah. For that side also can. But please don't look forward and backwards. Okay? Lihat halaman sebelah, please. but don't get caught. Hey, just kidding. Just simply go and copy people's answer. If you copy the wrong one, habis way. You copy the right one, still okay. You copy the wrong one, sorry way. Lihat halaman sebelah. Hey, there's a purpose why I ask you guys to follow instructions. Lihat halaman sebelah. Okay, you know what to do. So, tembak the nearest answers. Okay, that's paper one. Paper two, paper two. Structured questions. Maximum for the first time, maximum 1 hour 10 minutes. 1 hour 10 minutes. Okay, timing 1 hour 10 minutes. You know why? Because your essay, right? You have to read section B, both essays. Read both. Okay, as you read both questions, right? Scribble down your answers in the shortest point. Shortest point. Okay, so every time like you read question number 9, you read question number 10, both of them, right? As you read the question, you just scribble down your short answers. And then after that, you can judge, you can actually assess how many marks you can score for that particular essay. If you're confident of scoring 14 marks and above for one essay, do it. Just grab it. 14 marks and above is considered very, very confident. After you scribble. Okay, but please, when I say assess means, please be rational. Right? Please be rational. You know, some people, they always say, I can do everything, I can do everything. But once you pass them the question, they do nothing. So please be very rational, very fair, very honest to yourselves. Whatever questions that you read in essay, quickly scribble down short points, short answers. After reading everything, after scribbling down, you agak-agak can assess, okay, I think I can score 14 and above. 14 and above, wrap it. Do the same for question number 10, assess, see which one is the best for you to score. Okay, I know some of you want to ask me, what if I do both? The SPM markers will mark both and choose the best for you. Rest assured, this is true. Not like some teachers, they tell you, no, just do one. If you do another one, they won't mark for you. No. They will mark everything for you and choose the best from section B. Okay, section C, no choice. You just hope that section C, they will give you something very, very tough. Just hopefully they give you something reasonable. Usually from 5 questions. Usually from 5 questions. Section B, right? 1 from 4, 1 from 5. Section C, usually from 5. You can see, okay? You can see this, right? Okay, I'll just share one more time. You can see this later as well. See, for the past so many years, right? Pressure, you see? Pressure, essay, section C. Last year, both from 5 questions, and then from 4 here, 2 years ago, sorry, 2 years ago. Last year, 1 from 4, 1 from 5 for section B, nuclear physics, section C. So the chances of from 5 questions coming out is higher for section C. Okay, so but whatever it is, section C, from 4 or from 5, doesn't matter. Get yourself prepared and try your best to answer them. Okay, so if you are fast in essay, usually you take less than 30 minutes for one essay. One essay, less than 30 minutes. If it's very difficult, you probably spend about 40 minutes. That's why I'm asking you, section A, 1 hour, 10 minutes. Section B and section C, you have about 1 hour and 20 minutes or 1 hour and 10 minutes to finish up 2 essays, which is very comfortable. So some of you are fast, you finish your first essay less than half an hour, you have close to 1 hour for the second essay. And if the second essay you can finish in 30 minutes or 40 minutes, you have another 20 minutes to go back to paper 2 structure, paper 2A, to cross-check everything. Okay, so please don't spend 1 hour and 30 minutes for structured paper 2A. Then you leave yourselves with high pressure, very, very, very stressful. 50 minutes for 2 essays, 55 minutes or even 1 hour for 2 essays, very stressful. Okay, so guys, please time yourself. 1 hour, 10 minutes, paper 2A. Try your best to finish up everything. If you really can't, you still have to go to paper 2B and C. Okay? All right. So we still have a few minutes. If you have any questions, feel free to text me. Feel free to text me, or if you want to look for me, we are on Facebook, on Instagram. You can go through CourseMap, or you can go straight and look for me on CourseMap Tuition Universal, Instagram, Facebook. Okay. If you have no questions here today, I'd like to wish all of you the very best. Okay. Yes. So Jared, one last part. Jared, good question. Do they allow, right? You'll be shocked. You know, comparison questions. Can I share with you before I end this? Okay, let's talk about paper 2, shall we? Paper 2 structure there. You know, some questions asking you to compare. See this? Just write 5.2 more than 5.1 or 5.1 more than 5.2. You don't even need to type a Raj, don't even need to write diagram. Okay? You can write same, you know, things like that. But one careless mistake, just to point out, a lot of students have been telling me that teachers force them to use directly proportional, inversely proportional. No. When they ask you for relationship questions, relate, hypothesis is the best. Because if you don't have formula, right, you see, it's written here, tiada rumus. No formula, you cannot use proportional answer. Cannot. You can only use proportional answers when there are formulae to support you. Okay. Any more? Good. Anyway, you can always reach me, all right? Get through CourseMap, get through my Bursar Tuition Universal, Facebook or Instagram, you can get me there very easily, okay? Feel free to drop me WhatsApp. Feel free to tag me. If you think this seminar is helpful, please promote for CourseMap, please promote for Bursar Tuition Universal. Tag me. All the best, all the very best to all of you. I'll see some of you after this for events, okay? Yes, you see me again for events, okay? Bye, guys. Can I pass it back to Zixian? Thank you, Zishan. Brittany, thank you. Thank you, Zicheng. Wichi, thank you. Thank you.
All right. Thank you so much. Thank you so much, teacher, for your workshop.
Thank you, Jared. Thank you, Zixian.
Right, so just a small reminder. So if you're interested to know more and gain more notes, you can join this WhatsApp here. And later at around 1 p.m., our teacher here will be doing another workshop, the AdMaths workshop. Yeah, so let me share my screen and help share. Yeah, so remember, if you're not sure how to do, lihat halaman semula. And please be rational and remember to time yourself when you complete your exam. Yeah, so later 1 p.m. we have changed. So Mr. Lee Cheng Si, our teacher here, will also be doing AdMaths later at 1 p.m. at the next Google Slide links. And if you're also taking accounting, at around February, we'll be having another workshop for accounting as well. So here's a small video to let you know more.
老师有话说。
Hello，大家好，我是陈老师，非常高兴能够在这次的AdMaths上和大家见面，也很高兴能够和大家一起对待今年的 SBM。作为一名老师，我的使命和目标是帮助大家在 SBM 考试中轻松获得。
So thank you guys. I'll see some of you at 1 o'clock.
帮助你找到哪些作品是最可能在这次 SBM。
Thank you, Zixian.
此外，我还会
Thank you.
1分钟。
Thank you.
我还会给大家分享一些记忆格式性的快捷方法，让你在答题时得心应手，轻松写出完整的答案。还靠并不难，只要掌握对的方法，任何人都可以快速提升成绩。
All right, so that will be all for today's physics workshop. Special thanks to University of Nottingham and Help University, and thank you students for coming. So if you guys are going to the AdMaths workshop later, I will see you guys there. That will be all for today. Thank you so much. Bye-bye.